And then you get to college, and you know everything you're not supposed to do. Okay, I'm not supposed to look at porn, I'm not supposed to sleep with my girlfriend, can't use contraception with my girlfriend, can't cohabit with my girlfriend, can't clone my girlfriend, okay, that'd be kind of neat, but no. And so you get in college, okay, great, I know everything I'm not supposed to do. What am I supposed to do? And I was kind of at a loss. And so what I want to do today is just have a bit of a collective examination of our consciences as men. What is really moving us when it comes to our relationships? In the Old Testament, the Bible, in the Song of Songs, if you've ever read it, just beautiful erotic love poetry, where there's lover and the beloved exchanging this conversation. And, it's beautiful stuff. I mean, some of it you couldn't really say to a girl nowadays. Your hair is like a flock of goats. It's not going to go over well. But one thing the author says, the man says to the woman, let us catch the foxes. Let us catch the little foxes that come into the vineyard to steal the vineyard because our vineyard is in bloom. Now, the vineyard is their love that's in bloom. But he's saying there's stuff that's going to get in there, that's going to kill it, that's going to ruin it. And we've got to look, what is it in our lives that can be the death of our relationships? Another analogy you could use, St. Ignatius of Loyola, in his spiritual exercises, said that the devil walks around your soul like a fortress, like a military tactician, a strategist. And he looks at your defenses, whether they're strongest, whether they're weakest. Is it lust? Is it alcohol? Is it pride? Is it vanity? What is it? What is it? Is it anger? What is it? And then he finds it wherever the defenses are weakest, and there he goes in with all his forces to take over the fortress of our souls. And I think for me growing up, the place where I was weakest is in terms of lust. And I had grown up on pornography, on swimsuit magazines. It was everywhere. In my high school, one guy in my high school actually passed out porn from his locker to anyone who would vote for him as senior class vice president. He's in the hallway, vote for Travis, vote for Travis. I don't know where he is today. He's probably in Congress by now. But, we would just laugh it off. And, but we would laugh it off. And I'd think, look, it's not a big deal. I mean, I'm not really doing it. Nobody's getting hurt. I mean, sex is natural. I mean, come on, what's the big deal? I didn't really realize at the time, but in one afternoon of looking at porn, I could see more perfect women's bodies than any man in history could have ever have seen in hundreds of lifetimes. And I get it in one afternoon. I'm back the next day. I'm back the next week. You do it for a couple of years, jump into marriage, thinking you're going to be captivated by one woman until death do you part. It doesn't happen. My buddy at college had a bunch of porn, and he figured, look, I'm going to throw it away when I get married. I went to his wedding, beautiful Catholic wedding. The poor guy was divorced in 3 months, taking all the lust he had for porn, look at his bride that way, and the marriage is over as soon as it started. One high school girl said to me, she's like, Jason, I found out my dad looks at porn. She's like, I used to look up to him. Now I can't even look at him. I thought he was a better man than that. She's like, Jason, my dad is lusting after girls who are 2 years older than I am while my mom is sleeping in the next room. And then he wakes her up with the hug and the kiss. It makes me sick how much I resent that man. Every man in here knows it's not the dad I'm going to be. It's not the father I'm going to be. It's not the husband I'm going to be. And that's why if we trash the porn, we're being faithful to our brides before we ever lay eyes upon them.